Don't let the concept of change scare you as much as the concept of staying unhappy. Welcome back to February 2022, Part 2. Hey guys, welcome back to Part 2 of our February series. And if you haven't checked out these reels, go ahead and hit up my Instagram. It's right there on the upper right hand corner. The link is there. Check that out and check this video out. I know that there is a copyright issue, so I can't use the music that I'm supposed to use on the video on here. So if you want to see it for its full comical value, you have to check out my Instagram. Anyways, welcome back to part 2 of February 2022, part 2. Let's get started with today's video. I blinked and Valentine was around the corner. And this year, my husband decided to surprise me with 2 Dior's. It's really nice, mainly because he knows what I like, and the best part is he did it without me asking, which means he has been paying attention to me when I'm talking. My sister is actually taking the girls out and about to give me some time to get ready and just enjoy my Valentine. And because it feels like it's been a million years since I took a bubble bath with rose petals, so that is what I'm doing. He was actually kind enough to actually create these roses in the color scheme that I like and kept it in the fridge for me. And that night we went out to a dinner date at Mentone, one of my favorite places to eat at. This is our first official one-on-one date since the last fiasco, so I'm honestly quite nervous. So is he. The truth is, none of us are easy to date, deal with, or please all the time. We have our vice, attitude, and ways of doing things that makes us unique. You won't like everything about everybody. It's impossible, actually. This is life. And it isn't about finding the perfect person. There's no such thing. It isn't about living some happily ever after fairy tale. It's about someone you're willing to work for, who is willing to work for you. It's simple, but yet so hard to achieve. One of the biggest issues that my husband and I have is our ability to communicate and talk to one another. So what I would like for you to learn from a few of my failure is, in your relationship, create the habit of asking people how they prefer to be talked to. How do you prefer to be approached when upset? Look within. How do you communicate when triggered? How do you like for people to tell you when something you did hurt them? And what makes you feel heard? These are actually very simple things I don't think a lot of people focus on or think about or work on, and I feel like that's why a lot of people just start to shut each other out and the relationships just go away. So for our Valentine dinner, these are the topics that we re-talked about just so we can relearn each other. It was really weird because it was like going on the first date all over again. And the evening was lovely. It ended on a really high note, and I really hope to keep this going.
Oh my gosh, it's snowing, rainy, it's weather. There's so much weather in the air right now. There's so much weather flurrying about. I don't know what it is.
After recording a few reels, I edited and I uploaded, and it got a lot of people to smile and laugh. And honestly, making people happy makes me happy. So I actually got ready, put on something cute, and head out to work because it's another work day in my life. Yeah. After doing my recording and showing and lease signing, I am now on my way home, and I'm going to be cooking another yummy meal today. Honestly, the universe will keep handing you the same lesson, the same relationships, the same type of love, and the same type of pain until you realize that the common denominator is you. Until you are finally tired of your own patterns, until you finally love yourself enough to raise your standards and believe you are worthy of holding them. You see, the thing is, until you learn to love yourself more, you will continue to accept the love that mirror how you truly feel about yourself. Life is meant to be lived. You have to chase the thing that ignites you. You have to do the thing that brings you joy. You have to surround yourself with the people who bring you back home to yourself, with the people who respect you, embrace you in ways that make you feel like you are worthy and accepted and loved. You have to do the work to heal yourself, even when it hurts, especially when it hurts actually, so that you do not continue to approach your life within the boundary of what is heavy within you. You have to put yourself out there, and you cannot worry about what other people think. You cannot rob yourself of experience or happiness or inspiration because you are scared of how you will be perceived. You have to be unapologetic in the way that you exist here. You have to believe that your idea and your hope and your being deserve to take up space. You have to believe that you have purpose, because our existence is finite. And as hard as that is to understand, as hard as that is to be connected with, from time to time, remind yourself that in the most human way, we are all living on borrowed time. We live as if we are promised the experiences and the potential we are chasing. We live as if we have control over what happens to us, but we don't. And that is liberating because it is pressing. There's urgency within the lesson. It is meant to wake you up. So I hope you like that tete-a-tete. And after cooking dinner, I'm going out with my girlfriend for a valentine. A friend of mine contacted me a few days ago, and she wasn't doing well in her relationship, and she needed a lending ears and a night out with the girls. So here we are, out and about, eating to our heart content, drinking till we're happy, and singing out all of our sorrow. There are other relationships out there beside male and female. Love doesn't isolate. If you have to cut off good friends and family to please your partner, you're not in a relationship. That's slavery. A person only isolates you so they can control you. After going out and looking glamorous, it inspired me to look amazing the next day so I can post about it on social media, as well as I felt pretty, so I went to get myself flower for the house, and of course I got my nails done because I broke a nail last night. And remember that thing that I told you about, like if you look good out of nowhere, you're welcoming all this wealth into your life. Right after I got my nails done, I got calls left and right for showings, and I was closing contract left and right. This particular client is actually introducing me to the boss of this particular building, and he's gonna hook me up with more rental space. Happiness is a gift that keeps on giving, so I decided to put together a few bouquet of flower for my mother and my sister-in-law for Valentine, and this is the end result. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it here on the table, and tomorrow I'm going to personally deliver this to my loved one. And it's morning, so it's time to deliver this. Grab a coffee and hopefully have another wonderful day. For me personally, when I look good, I feel good. So today I decided to put on a few pieces that I could not fit before, and it ended up I could fit it. So it only makes me feel so much better. After I came home from work, I gave the kid a bubble bath. They've been loving bubble baths, so I told them they can have bubble bath twice a week, every week. So that's their little treat.
Like a baby sitting so cute.
Wanted to document another part of Cᴏ.ille's growth. She's actually sitting up a lot better, though she still needs the help, but she's able to hold her neck and everything up so much better, and that makes me feel really good. And for dinner, I made Cᴏ.ιλ. I actually have a really good recipe for this, so I'm super excited and cannot wait to share how to do this with you guys because I know you guys are going to enjoy it. This is one of my childhood favorites that my mother taught me how to do, and then I just took her recipe and perfected. But yes, recipe is coming soon. As a child, I believe in being happy, and I believe in creating a beautiful life that doesn't just look good on the outside but feels good on the inside. So I focus a lot of my time and effort in keeping my house beautiful, not just for you, my YouTube subscriber, but for me, because I spend a lot of time at home. I work from home, and I've been working from home since I was 21. So this whole life is super normal to me to always create a space that makes me feel inspired, creative, relaxed, and happy. Talking about happiness, I am super happy today because today is literally almost the second to last day of the year, and I'm getting my nails done at MG Hair Boston. I am super excited. I needed this done. I just needed a day to where I can get my hair done. I'm sick of this orangey yellow color. I'm ready to go platinum again. So hopefully Ray can get this in for me. But it's always a wonderful time, and honestly it sounds crazy that I'm here for like 6 to 8 hours every time, but it does go by really quickly because I'm always watching Chinese drama. Yes, me. I love watching Cᴏ.ɩ. Honestly, I love the result. I think it ended up really well. I'm super happy with it. I even gave him an extra 45 minutes to curl my hair because I just want to see what it looked like if it's curled. I hope you guys like it, and if you do like it, drop me a comment down below or a thumbs up on this video. Highly appreciate it. And yes, I did make a little reel vlog for Instagram, so don't forget to check that out as well as follow all of my other reel. The truth is, life will amaze you in the most stunning way, and it will also break your heart. Life will give you the kind of lesson that grow you, build you, and help you to bloom into the person you have always hoped to be. But it will also carry within the kind of loss that stay with you and changes you and molds you in an uncomfortable way. Life will demand for you to do the work, for you to understand yourself, for you to heal even when it hurts, for you to be brave, and for you to fight for yourself. On the 28th of February, which is the last day of February, I did have some oatmeal and coffee for breakfast because that's been my diet lately. And during lunchtime, we went to this taco bar that Lily introduced us to because Lily and I are going to the White Rabbit Alice in the Wonderland event today. So after lunch, they're going to drop us off there. It's a gin and tea party, so I'm super excited. Lily was the one that was invited. I'm just tagging along because she get a +1, and why not? But anyways, review wise, this restaurant is actually super good. And relationship have changed over time. I no longer want someone who promised to always love me and never leave me. I need someone who understands that life happens and sometimes things don't work out. I don't want someone who sugarcoat things and never get angry with me. I need someone to tell me how it really is and put me in my place. I need to be able to go 5 hours without talking to him and not feel lost or incomplete. I am complete without him, but with him, I want to be so much more better. I want to grow strong with him. I want to grow together and help each other grow individually. I don't need him, but I really want him, and this may not work out. But the fact that he understands all of this and this is how our relationship works makes me think that we got a pretty good shot this time. So this month he has promoted me to go out, do what makes me happy, get in touch with my inner me, the person that I feel I've lost. He was really encouraging, and that's why for this whole month I did so much things that made me happy, things that I did separate from him. And I also encouraged him to go out and do the same thing with his boys. We fell in love and we became so attached to one another that we forgot who we were, and it must have created resentment that we have toward ourselves and each other. So I feel like that's where we kind of lost one another, and the blowout in January helped create the new us in February. And so looking back, the sadness was actually very rewarding, and I'm so glad that I took you on this journey with me, because I feel like YouTube sugarcoat too many things and give us this fake image of how a relationship is. And no matter how well off you are, how successful you are, how much of a power couple you are, you're going to run into problems. And honestly, couple that can fight and still hold hand is in a better relationship than those that never fight. Because the couple that never fight has a relationship full of secrets. So you can either hold your tongue and lose each other, or fight for one another to keep one another. And I am going to fight for my happiness, and my happiness is going to be just getting boozed out at this particular Alice in Wonderland party. Review-wise, the whole place is beautifully decorated. The crew that is doing all the acting of this whole event is actually really professional. Love them. Jokes, full warning, very crude, lots of sexual innuendo. The drink and the vibe is on point. I love that they really encourage you to go into character. I love that the alcohol mixed with the tea was so good. I mean, like, I wish they would actually have this at the bar, but Lily and I really enjoy our time, and here is a few more snippets of the event. And during this event, when everyone is performing, I went inward. I know it feels weird, maybe it's the gin, I don't know, but I grieved just a little bit. I grieve today for the time I have loved so much that I forgot about myself and my own needs. I grieve today for giving so much and forgetting that I should keep a little bit of it back just for me. I grieved just a little bit for getting so caught up in helping others that I overlooked I needed a little help as well. I grieve today for thinking I could just do it all, denying that I also have my limits. And sometimes having limitation is a holy thing. I just want to love people in a way that makes me feel loved too. But I don't want to forget myself anymore. And I'm glad that I got to this point because I have survived 28 days. I have done what I told myself I was going to do, and that's finding myself for 28 days. They say it takes 90 days for you to create a good habit and to break a bad habit, and this is just the first leap. This is just the first step, but I'm super proud of myself because I took it. I did what I said I was going to do, and I cannot wait to see what March has in store for me. I've reached a point where I feel myself going through an awakening. I look at what I used to do and who I used to be, and it hurts because I realize I believed in and promoted nonsense. You grow, you evolve, and you stop because you no longer operate at that frequency. As a result, there's certain people that you just have to walk away from. As the result, you just start to realize that just how messed up the world is. You want to help, you want to heal, you want to make it a better world. And to talk about rules, I have a few rules now. I am willing to compromise when it comes to many things, but not to love. Not love. I've done that too many times, and it taught me exactly what I want from what I don't want. And listen, it's not like my type of love I want is from a fairy tale.
You can say that again.
Everything's so queer.
A googly eyes hat. Do you know what time it is?
Yes, I do, baby mouse. It's time to understand that there are 4 ways to learn and grow. Sometimes we learn by reading, sometimes we learn by listening to others, sometimes we learn by contemplating, and sometimes we learn with experience. Quality reading can give us a whole new different perspective on things we once were certain of. Likewise, quality conversation with people allow us to see things from different perspectives and learn something new. As every single person has something important to offer, if you are prepared to truly listen to them. Contemplating allows us to connect dots, reevaluate our decision, avoid making mistakes others around us have made. But no matter how much you read, listen, or contemplate, there is something in life that you will never truly understand unless you go through the experience yourself.
Beware the Dr. Burdensome, the Floria's Bandersnatch! He took his vorpal sword in hand. Long time the maid's and grown his soul, so rested he. Beware the devil, what can I say? The jaws that cut, the claws that cut. There we are, thank you. Now present it to me like this, please. Thank you.
And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Oh!
You cleaned all the flatware after your sister's wedding. She could have hired the staff there. Instead, she bought silk bedding, bitch.
We all celebrate you. We all celebrate you. Tonight, tonight, tonight. We all celebrate you. Tonight, tonight, tonight. We all celebrate you. Tonight, tonight, tonight.
lot of people haven't learned the art of letting go, the art of forgiveness, and the art of acceptance. Too many people carry around too many regrets, holding on to grudges, and carrying around loads of mistakes. Understand one thing clearly. You can't change what has already happened, and you have to learn to stop victimizing yourself and let it go. You have to free your mind from the weight of the past. Good or bad, your past experiences occur to mature you, not to keep you stuck. Forgive yourself for them and accept what happened and gracefully let it go. You have better things to be creating with your mind right now. And that's what I'm doing with my life. Instead of focusing on the things that I've lost, I decide to build to the life that I've always wanted for myself. So here I am, building, moving on, healing, because forgiving my husband is also forgiving myself and giving myself the ability to start anew, to let go of the hurt. So I hope that you found that pep talk relaxing and useful, but the event is over and it's time to head on home, and Lily's just taking pictures for people who have asked her to. Somebody's tipsy. That makes two of us. Today's event was super fun. It should have been longer.
When it comes to finding the right
Any
place
longer
to
and I would be drunk.
shop car.
It's a 30-minute ride home, and by the time I got close to the house, I sobered up and I went straight into recording reels. And that night we ended the month with some karaoke night.
Life is forever until the sky falls down on me. Ooh, baby, don't have to close your eyes. This is here for you. All that you need will show.
Yes, Damien is even ashamed of these three. I don't think they realize that they are tone deaf. After everyone left, I took a shower and now I want to update my body check. This is the result of good diet, working out on the pole, and a happier mental health. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. And don't forget to check out my Instagram and show some love on the reel. Don't forget to hit subscribe button, turn the bell on notification on this channel so you'll be notified when a new video is out. If you haven't noticed, all the video that is ready to be seen is already scheduled. Go to my main channel and you'll know which video is coming out next. And if you haven't yet, check these other videos out and I will see you next time. Bye!